What the feeling?
Okay. All right. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. All right. Okay. Sorry. Hi.
The last man standing.
All right. Bossa, bossa, bossa.
How do you feel knowing that you have this kind of effect on
It's in my mind. It's a two-way thing. You feel odd seeing me. I feel odd seeing you as a future. Yeah. So it's always for me like an opportunity to rub minds with the next generation. So as much as you're happy to see me, I'm so thrilled to be amongst people with incredible talent like you have. I said talent, great. But then the next level, that's the most important thing, and that's why you're here. And I hope at the end of the day, it's a great experience for you that stays permanently. Real name is Lagbaja. My first name is Lagbaja. My surname is Lagbaja. It's Lagbaja. So sometimes I see people mixing my name with my producer's name. I leave that to them. But you can never hear any other name from my own mouth because it is the music that speaks.
I'd like to ask you two questions.
Please sit down. First,
at what point did you start music? The very day you started music professionally, wearing this, you started like this. At what point did you actually start? What was the reason behind it? And my second question is, what were you thinking when you wrote the song Cool Temper? What actually inspired you to write that song?
Mask itself came to me as a concept probably like 1982. Don't try and guess my age from that. or thereabouts. But I didn't really... The first costume I made in 1985. And I kept in my suitcase because for many years I didn't have the confidence to be a musician as a profession, not to wear the mask. But I didn't have the confidence to take music as my profession. I went to school. I went to have a couple of what they call papers. And my parents couldn't understand. Okay, what do you mean? We sent you to school and you are telling me you want to be a musician. But in my spirit, that's what I wanted to be. Let me tell you today, the music industry is not what you see and what you think. And that's why you need to find information. If you understand that a person like Tony Braxton, after selling over 10 million records, went bankrupt because of the kind of contract that she had. There is only room to be huge when you are at the top. That's why you take this competition seriously. But if you don't win, you take your career seriously also. Now, when they teach you stuff, it's not just for the competition. It's because it's a tough world out there. And the room is only there for the so-called superstars. If you don't make it big, you are nowhere. Are you a person full of energy that wants to bubble all the time? Use it as part of your persona, as part of your personality, your career, your person. Are you a cool type? Just sits and watches? Use it. Because there is no one single rule. But when you find yourself and you find your voice, you will be real. You will be natural. You always flow anytime, control everything. Then you find something unique about yourself.
Apart from this attire and this personality, when you're not Lagbaja, what's your taste?
The tastes are for simple, easy wear things. So it's 80% jeans and khaki and all kinds of tops, from regular batik and co to polo shirts. It's different from this, totally.
Okay. I'll look out for you.
I'll look out for you too. Yeah. So let me just.
So how did you find Limelight? I'm sure there must have been a struggle, when your music just started. How did you handle that? The usual people coming to sit you down. Are you sure you know what you're doing?
Yeah.
How did you move your music from just something you love to do to something that puts money in your account?
Asking myself questions late in the night. Oh boy, your life is going. All your mates now, they collect big money. Sometimes when I'm frustrated, I will go back and dust the certificate. I'm going to meet my friend. Oh boy, help your brother find something to do. Because truly it was tough. But I kept returning because it was my first love. When you are persistent and committed and you truly have something to offer, you break through that barrier. But you must have something to offer. You cannot sit down on talent, because believe me, there are a million talented people out there. You've got to keep grooming your skills. It's serious commitment too. As I've seen some guys do here. Every time you are singing, you are practicing something. You are working those muscles. It's like you see the guy who lifts things, and you see, his 6-pack, I've been at 12-pack there, and you see his biceps. It's because every time he was lifting something, all the time, it's his work. Same thing. Every time you are humming something, even just humming, you need to spare time beyond I'm working, I'm singing, I'm driving, I'm singing. You need to spare focus time. Because what makes somebody successful, I read this in some book, and it kind of, it corroborated what I always felt. You are consistent, you are persistent, you are repeating some basic skills, but in an organized fashion. You can't just sing it this time, that time, good. That's some practice. But you need also to be organized in your practice.
What the feeling?